Hello and welcome back to Blues Armory, where today we've completely run out of content, so we're going to do something non-cosplay related. I don't know why it's spun around in that intro. Anyway, welcome back, where today we're going to be ranking all, and I mean all, I don't know some of these, all of the Mandalorians based on their armor and costumes. This seemed like a good idea to do. Might be fun. So these tiers are going to be ranked from S to D, S being absolute god tier Mandalorian armor, D being a sorry excuse for what is Mandalorian armor. So we're going to try and do this really quickly, and I am going to get the names of some of these people wrong, I promise you that. But we're going to start with Boba Fett. And this is Boba Fett from Star Wars 1313, the unfinished, cancelled game that was going to be so amazing, but never saw the light of day. This armor is really cool. It's not traditionally Mandalorian because he's slowly becoming Boba Fett from what I remember of the story. It's really cool, but it's not Mandalorian enough for me. So we're going to put it in B tier for now. This might change. Next up, we have the Imperial Super Commandos from the Mandalorian Season 3. I like the idea of the Imperial Super Commando, but I feel like it was done so much better in Rebels, and I think this just kind of looks like a weird mishmash between sort of the First Order Stormtrooper and a Mandalorian, and I don't like the glowing lights on the gauntlets because I think that looks silly. It's not a D tier, but it's definitely a C tier. So next up we have Prime Minister Almec, I think that's his name, from the Clone Wars. He was the leader of Mandalore for a while. This armor is overcomplicated, but I love it, and it's going straight in A tier. That was easy. Next up we have the Armorer from the Mandalorian. Controversial opinion, I don't like this armor. I don't like the horns on the helmet, I don't love the gold, I just don't love it. I love the character, don't love the helmet, don't love the armor. Love the weapons though. It's a C tier. Next up we have what I think is Axwove's Season 2. It's his first armor from Season 2. Now if we're just basing this off his first armor, it's god awful. It's D tier. It looks so bad. I hate it so much, but moving on. Next up we have Jango Fett from the video game Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I mean, it's Jango Fett's armor, but I'm sure we'll get to Jango Fett, I think. It's a poor rendition of what is a beautiful armor. It's a C tier. Sorry. Anyway, next up we have Daimyo Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett. I really like this armor, and I think it's a cool homage to Tamara Morrison's Maori culture, and I think it's awesome, and it's going in A tier. Fight me. Next up is Boba Fett. Again, there's so much Boba Fett in this list, so we'll get around to it. This is Empire Boba Fett, which there should be no arguments. It's S tier. That is the best Boba Fett, and we're going to follow it up with a Boba Fett quick round. It's Return of the Jedi in A. It's the second armor from Book of Boba Fett, or the first one. Can't remember. It's the one with the red shoulder bells. Don't like that one, but it's still pretty cool. B tier. And then the post-Sarlacc armor from The Mandalorian Season 2. It's probably C tier. Now we get on to the proper Imperial Super Commandos from Rebels, and they go straight into an A tier because they are awesome. Now we get into some weird ones. I have no idea who this is. It's one of the background characters from The Mandalorian, but I really like the colour scheme, and it's going in A. Next up, we have... Who is that? It's so hard to see. Average, boring. We're trying to speed through these. Death Watch from the Mandalorian TV show. That's A tier. That is so cool. I love this Din Djarin Season 1 chest plate that they've got there. And that brings us on to Din Djarin pre-Beskar. And I'm going to say something controversial here, and I'm going to say this is S tier. I adore this armor because we're going to now talk about his Beskar armor, which for me is going in a B tier. I don't love it. His pre-Beskar armor, miles ahead. Another pre Beskar armor. We're going to skip this dude for now because I can't remember his name, and hopefully it comes back to me. But this is Gar Saxon, I believe, and these are, or is this just, right, this is getting confusing. I think these are just like the Maul Super Commandos. I mean, they're amazing, A tier, easily. More Imperial Super Commandos, but in red B. I'm really showing my terrible Mandalorian knowledge. The Moff Gideon armor, we're really speeding through these now. I don't like, it's going in a C tier. Don't know what this is. This is Boba Fett from the holiday special. For the first appearance of Boba Fett, it goes in S tier because it has to. And then quickly onto Jango Fett, which if there was higher than an S tier, I would put it there because Jango Fett is S tier armor. Next up, we have one of the Night Owls. This is the one that's played Koska Reeves. That's her name. Aha, I do know some things. Don't come at me, Star Wars fans. This is a cool armor set, but it's all blue. And that is what puts it in B tier because there's no color variation, and I think that's boring. Let's skip over the multiple red variations in the Clone Wars and all these different houses and just move to Mr. Tate Fletcher himself. For bringing in the heavy Mando, he's going in the A tier. Mandalorian, I'm just grouping some of these together. Mandalorian pilots, sick, S tier. All white Boba Fett. This was a concept piece of armor, I think, for the original, but loads of people have done cool variations of it and cosplays, and for that, it goes in A tier. Sabine Wren, Clone Wars, S tier, obviously, that armor is amazing. Sabine Wren, Ahsoka, it's B tier. It's fine, it's nice, it's fine. It's fine. I promise you, it's fine. We don't have live action Bo-Katan here, but we do have Clone Wars Bo-Katan, which is an S tier. Pre Vizsla in one of these. This is Pre Vizsla with Darksaber. He goes in A tier. This background Mandalorian, too many colors going on, C tier. Wow, we're into the real Clone Wars ones, and I can't remember any of these. Although this looks like a Crusader armor, and that's going in A tier. And then we're going to finish it off by putting these stupid kid Mandalorian helmets in D tier. And that's my tier list. That was really fast and probably not very interesting to anyone, but those are just my opinions on Mandalorian armor. Let me know yours in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, why not like and subscribe? Because maybe I'll actually come up with some genuine content that isn't me just doing a cop-out and a tier list of Mandalorian armors. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great week ahead, and goodbye.